While Donald Trump, of course, is sweating about what could happen in Manhattan this week, he should also be sweating about what could happen in Georgia in the coming weeks. Because according to a new report from CNN, Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis is absolutely considering bringing racketeering charges against possibly Donald Trump, his allies, his co-conspirators, all of them for a series of, let's see it, solicitation of election fraud, the making of false statements to state and local governmental bodies, conspiracy, racketeering, violation of oath of office, and any involvement in violence or threats related to the elections administration. That's a lot of charges. And we also know, by the way, that Fannie Willis, during the course of her investigation, brought in multiple prosecutors to work on the case who all happened to be experts in RICO. So bringing RICO charges would not be a shock, especially when you have so many different people doing so many different things. It can be hard to pinpoint one particular item for each individual, which is why RICO was created in the first place. I think The Dark Knight actually did the best job of distilling it down to its basics. You can charge one conspirator, you can charge all of them with the same crime. And that would be the easiest route in this particular instance for these prosecutors in the state of Georgia. And again, this is what CNN is suggesting could happen in the near future. But before we get to that part, Fannie Willis has to go to the new grand jury because the previous grand jury was a special grand jury. Now it's got to go in front of a new grand jury, which, by the way, is also why I'm not sweating too much about that weird jury foreman that did those interviews and kind of came across as a little bit loony, because they didn't recommend charges. Had they recommended charges, yes, her behavior would have definitely impeded this case, but because it has to go to a real grand jury and they'll be the ones determining, based solely on evidence, I'm not worried about that at all. I think it's in the clear. But that's where things stand with this particular investigation. We've still got a ways to go, but, and this is the big part, I think what's happening in New York is what's going to start this avalanche, right? You have all of these investigations into Donald Trump, including the one in Manhattan that could have filed charges against Trump last year for the financial crimes. Mark Pomerantz, the former prosecutor under Cy Vance, said, we had him drafted and ready to go. Alvin Bragg killed it. Now, the fact that Bragg killed that one and went after the Stormy Daniels thing, sure, it's weird, but whatever. But I think all of these prosecutors across the country, New York, Georgia, at the DOJ, I think everybody's been waiting for somebody else to make the first move. It's pretty obvious to everybody that has looked at these things that yes, crimes were committed. Some serious, some more minor. But nobody wanted to be the first one to charge the former president of the United States with a felony. That's a big deal. It's unprecedented. But once these charges come from the Manhattan District Attorney, assuming they do, then I think things change. I think suddenly then you have all of these other prosecutors saying, oh, okay, we can do it. I didn't want to be the one facing the angry mob of Trump supporters. I didn't want to be the one in the news doing this. I didn't want to have the big target on my back. But seeing that it got done, now I know I can do it. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe that's not what these prosecutors are thinking, but I've been in this business a long time. I've worked with a lot of lawyers over time. I kind of see how things work. And my best guess is that all of these prosecutors out there were waiting for somebody else to make the first move. And once they see that it's clear, we could see an avalanche of indictments against Donald Trump. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for fresh content 7 days a week.